Ever wondered where all your money goes? You budget, you track your spending, but somehow, you still find yourself scraping by at the end of the month? You're not alone. Today, we're diving deep into the psychological tricks companies use to manipulate you into spending more money than you ever intended. We're talking about the subtle strategies that hijack your brain and make you reach for your wallet, even when you know better. From the colors they use to the way they phrase their sales, these tactics are everywhere. But don't worry, I'm not just going to expose these sneaky tactics, I'm going to give you the tools to fight back. By the end of this video, you'll be a master at recognizing these psychological ploys and you'll be able to make smarter, more conscious spending decisions. So stick around and let's unlock the secrets to keeping more of your hard-earned cash in your pocket. Let's be honest, we all love that instant gratification, that little dopamine hit we get from buying something new. It feels good, right? That rush of excitement, the thrill of having something new in your hands, it's almost addictive. And that, my friends, is exactly what these companies are banking on. They know our brains are hardwired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, and they've become masters at exploiting this primal urge. They spend millions on research to understand our psychological triggers. Think about it. That one-click purchase button? Pure genius, from their perspective at least. It's designed to make the buying process as seamless as possible, removing any barriers that might make you reconsider. It removes all friction from the buying process. No need to get up, find your wallet, actually see the money leaving your hands. Just one click and boom. Instant gratification. It's almost too easy, isn't it? And it's not just online shopping, right? Fast food restaurants, they thrive on this. They know you want your food fast without any hassle. You're hungry, you want food now, and they're there with a quick, cheap, and readily available solution. It's the perfect recipe for instant satisfaction. But is it really a solution? Or is it just feeding into that instant gratification monster that's slowly eating away at your bank account? You might feel good for a moment, but what about later? But here's the thing, that feeling of happiness from instant gratification, it's fleeting. It fades away as quickly as it came, leaving you with a sense of buyer's remorse and a lighter wallet. The cycle continues, and you're left wanting more. So, how do we combat this? We need to retrain our brains to delay gratification. It's not easy, but it's possible with practice and mindfulness. Instead of giving in to that impulse purchase, step back and ask yourself, do I really need this? Will this bring me long-term happiness? Take a moment to reflect before you act. Start small. Instead of ordering takeout, try cooking a simple meal at home. It's healthier, cheaper, and can be quite rewarding. Instead of buying that new gadget on a whim, wait a week and see if you still feel the same way. Often the urge will pass, and you'll realize you didn't need it after all. Trust me, resisting that initial urge gets easier over time, and your bank account will thank you for it. You'll find more satisfaction in the long run, and that's a feeling worth striving for. Welcome to the world of psychological marketing, where everything is designed to make you spend, spend, spend. Companies spend billions of dollars researching consumer behavior, and they know exactly which buttons to push to get you to open your wallet. Let's start with color. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that sale signs are almost always red? That's because red evokes a sense of urgency and excitement. It screams, act now before it's too late. And then there's the power of scarcity, limited time offer, only a few left in stock. These phrases trigger our fear of missing out, our innate desire to be part of the in crowd. We start thinking, if I don't buy this now, I'll miss out on a great deal. But here's the secret. Most of the time, it's just a marketing ploy. The sale will come back around, the product will be restocked. And don't even get me started on packaging. Companies spend a fortune designing packaging that appeals to our senses. Sleek, modern designs, bright colors, enticing images. It's all carefully calculated to make you think, this product is high quality, this product will make my life better. But remember, it's just packaging. The product inside could be mediocre at best. So how do we fight back against this onslaught of psychological manipulation? Be aware. Recognize that these are just marketing tactics designed to make you spend. Before you buy anything, take a deep breath, step back, and ask yourself, am I buying this because I truly need it, or am I being influenced by clever marketing? Alright, let's talk about FOMO, the fear of missing out, because this one is a real bank account killer. It's that nagging feeling that you're not living your best life because you're not doing what everyone else seems to be doing. You know that feeling when you see everyone on social media with the latest gadget, the newest clothes, going on exotic vacations, and you start to feel like you're missing out? It's like everyone else is living in a different, more exciting world. That's FOMO in action, and companies know how to exploit it. They understand that this feeling can drive us to make impulsive decisions. They bombard us with ads, limited time offers, exclusive deals for our VIP customers, this weekend only. These tactics are designed to make us feel like we have to act immediately. They create a sense of urgency, a feeling that if we don't act now, we'll miss out on something amazing. It's a psychological trick to get us to spend money. And before we know it, we've hit that buy now button, even though we don't really need the item and can't really afford it. The regret often sets in soon after. But here's the reality. Most of the time, what we're missing out on is a carefully crafted marketing campaign designed to make us feel inadequate. It's all about making us believe that we need more to be happy. They want you to think you need that new car, that designer handbag, that expensive vacation to be happy. But these are just material possessions. But guess what? True happiness comes from experiences, from connections, from pursuing your passions, not from material possessions. It's the moments and relationships that truly enrich our lives. So, how do we combat FOMO? How do we break free from this cycle of wanting more? First, we need to be aware of it. Awareness is the first step to change. Recognize that feeling when it starts to creep in and question it. Ask yourself why you feel this way. Ask yourself, is this something I truly value? Is this something that will bring me long-term happiness? Or am I just feeling pressured to keep up with the Joneses? It's important to differentiate between genuine desires and societal pressures. Second, take a break from social media. Disconnecting can help you reconnect with what truly matters. It's a breeding ground for FOMO. The constant stream of updates can make you feel like you're always missing out. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate, and instead, fill your feed with content that inspires you, motivates you, and brings you joy. Curate your digital space to reflect your true values. And lastly, remember that your value doesn't come from the things you own. It's about who you are and what you do. You are not defined by your possessions. Your worth is intrinsic and not tied to material goods. Focus on what truly matters to you, and you'll find that the need to keep up with the Joneses will start to fade away. Embrace your own journey and find joy in the simple, meaningful moments of life. Ever walked into a store and been shocked by a ridiculously high price tag? And then, right next to it, you see a similar item with a discounted price that seems like a steal in comparison? Congratulations, you've just been hit with the anchoring effect. This sneaky psychological trick works by setting an anchor price, that initial high price, which then influences your perception of all subsequent prices. Our brains are wired to make comparisons, so when we see that lower price, even if it's still more than we'd normally pay, it seems like a bargain because we're comparing it to that initial high anchor. Retailers use this tactic all the time. Think about those original price tags with a big slash through them and a much lower sale price next to it. Or those compare at prices that show you how much you're supposedly saving. It's all designed to make you think you're getting an amazing deal, even if you're not. So, how do we avoid falling prey to the anchoring effect? Do your research. Before you even step foot in a store or click on a product online, know your prices. Check out different retailers, compare prices, and get a sense of what a fair price for the item is. And don't be afraid to walk away from a deal that seems too good to be true. Remember, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. We live in a cashless society. We tap, we swipe, we click, and boom, the transaction's done. It's convenient, it's fast, but it's also incredibly dangerous for our financial well-being. Why? Because digital payments create an illusion of free money. When we hand over physical cash, we see it leaving our hands. We feel the weight of the transaction. It's real, it's tangible. But when we use a credit card or our phones to pay, it feels almost like we're playing a game. The money is just numbers on a screen, and it's easy to lose track of how much we're actually spending. And let's not forget about those buy now, pay later schemes. They're the ultimate form of delayed gratification, but in the worst way possible. They make it so easy to justify overspending because we're not actually paying for it right now, or so we think. But those payments, they sneak up on you, and before you know it, you're drowning in debt. So how do we break free from the digital payment trap? First and foremost, track your spending. Use a budgeting app, create a spreadsheet, whatever works for you, but make sure you're aware of where your money is going. Second, set spending limits for yourself. Decide how much you can realistically afford to spend each month and stick to it. And lastly, consider switching back to cash, at least for some of your purchases. It might seem like a hassle, but trust me, feeling that cash leave your hand is a powerful reminder of the real cost of your spending. This tactile experience can help you become more mindful of your financial habits and ultimately lead to better money management. There you have it, folks. The 5 psychological tricks companies use to make you go broke without even realizing it. But now you're onto their game. You're armed with the knowledge to fight back and keep more of your hard-earned money where it belongs, in your pocket. Remember, awareness is key. Once you understand the tactics being used against you, you can start making more conscious, informed spending decisions. Don't let companies control your wallet. Take charge of your finances and start building the life you deserve, one smart financial decision at a time. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest shopping mistake you've ever made because of one of these psychological tricks? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more personal finance tips and tricks.